I meant to press record earlier, so y'all missed that. I was just introducing Janine. I even had a sticky note here. But anyways, that's okay. You didn't miss a lot. What I was just sharing is that we're going to be jumping into what it is to join the 12 Weeks to Fit transformation that we're getting ready to jump into on November the 1st. So Janine, thanks for taking the time to be here. Could you just real quick give an overview of what the 12 Weeks to Fit transformation is so that the ladies that are interested can decide if it might be for them?
Yeah, for sure. So 12 Weeks to Fit is really, we're kind of coming together. It's like giving us the opportunity to have that accountability and have that framework to really change our, like not just like get on a diet and follow a program, but really to change our lifestyle and be able to kind of dive into, not just the meal plans and workouts and stuff. So there's going to be workouts for home and the gym, but also that mindset. And then along with it, we get to add in the bioactive precision peptides to kind of maximize our results. And what I'm really the most excited about is we are coming together with such a slew of top of the industry fitness gurus. I mean, these ladies have like been on magazines. I mean, they are like top of the line coaches that normally charge thousands of dollars to work with them, and they're all kind of coming together and putting this together for us. So I'm so excited about it. I just can't wait to get in there and get started. And then we also have this optional photo shoot retreat at the end where you can come and do like branding photos or a family photo shoot, and that is all taken care of as well. And that'll be at the end of it. So I'm not sure who all, like, I don't know if I'll be able to make it. I hope I can make it to it because we're traveling full time. We may be out of the country at that time, but I think it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so
Yes.
great.
It is going to be so fun. I love the community aspect. I love that from what I've read and found out so far, just what's going on and what, I said yes, and everybody needs to join me in is, that we're going to have those trainers, those fitness experts training us physically. So we're going to be basically getting our gym on, whether you're at home or in the gym, you can take those workouts with you, right? Is that kind of what I understand? You can do them, they're streamed and you can go back and watch them at any time. And
Yeah.
all this happens inside of a Facebook group, a private, exclusive Facebook group, correct? Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And an app. They'll also have
And
an
an
app.
app. That's what I was going to ask you about next because I thought that I heard that and I was like, I wonder what this app is all about. So that's very interesting. I think that there's still a lot of maybe figuring it out and unknowns, but everybody will be learning all of this together. And I think for the last time I checked, there was like near 1,000 or over 1,000 ladies in that group right now. So that's a big
Yeah,
deal. It's a really big
it
deal.
is.
Yes, it's such a big deal. Okay, so with the app, even that is going to include, so like I was kind of learning there's going to be a detox. We're going to take like a week of detox, and then they're going to give us the nutritionists, not just the fitness experts, but there's nutritionists as well, these coaches and these women who are top of the line nutrition experts are going to be giving us a detox plan for the first week or so. Then we're going to get expert guidance on specific meal plans with grocery lists. And I think they talked about carb cycling. So if you're a carb cyclist, get ready. Because we need carbs. We do. We really need them. When you said bioactive precision peptides, can we just jump into that? Because if you say yes to this 12 Weeks to Fit transformation, you're going to be supported with this top of the line, brand new technology in these bioactive precision peptides. And I just think that's really exciting because one thing you mentioned to me, it's called lean. And now when I remember when you first mentioned it to me, I almost did the hard eye roll because I was like, all the things are called lean. But no, because when you mentioned it, it was, and that's why I'm saying this because I know you on the other side of the screen. You're apprehensive. You're thinking the same thing I was. So you're like, what? Okay. So I want to talk about that for a minute. Can you share just a little bit about lean and why it's different, what it is, and how that can support us in this process as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I definitely can understand that too. I mean, so many things. I mean, I've tried so many things over the last, 2 years, especially stepping into like the perimenopause stage where, your body wants to hold on to that fat. But the biggest difference is really the peptides, like bioactive precision peptides. The more that I hear and the more I learn about these, the more excited I am because really this is, I mean, most people have heard or maybe have heard of peptides, right? But really, when we hear of peptides, it's the synthetic ones that we're hearing about. So it's like, peptides like Ozempic, which they work great for burning fat, but they also tend to burn a lot of muscle as well. And so the thing that's different about lean is not only is it a peptide, so it's not a supplement. Like peptides are kind of their own little middle ground. They're like nutraceuticals. And peptides aren't supplementing something in the body. They're actually coming in and they're like cell communicators. So they're really telling your cells, turn this up, turn this down, turn this on, turn this off. And so they're made from nature with amino acids. Peptides is like a short chain amino acid. So because of that, there's no ill side effects. Because they're nutraceuticals, they're going to be much more potent than most supplements that you see on the market, and then not have all of the negative things that could happen with pharmaceuticals. So that's why I'm so excited, is not only that, but like just looking at the research and the clinical trials and all the different things. Like people burn 100% visceral fat. And when you learn about what visceral fat is,
Bad
you
news,
do not
bad
want
news,
it. Yeah,
bad
for
news.
sure.
Yeah, when I first heard about it, I was like, ew, gross. That's awful. I had no idea. I had no idea. This is terrible. But you're right. I like you mentioned that perimenopause stage where I refuse to claim that for myself, but at the same time, it is a legitimate thing. And not just that, but there's outside factors too, such as just stress and busy lifestyles and not just making the wrong choices eating wise. Cause I eat very healthy, definitely compared to what I did eat, 4 years ago. But I also kind of boycotted the diet industry. And that's really how I started opening my mouth on the internet, is talking about diets and what plan I was on and what product I was using until God got a hold of my heart and said, this is not the answer. And you know it. Like we need to go deep and deal with the stronghold that's keeping you in the cycle and the emotions that you're not willing to deal with because you've shoved them, shoving food in your mouth instead of eating, the goodness that I have to offer you so that healing can come. And so I went on this journey, kind of boycotted all the things. And so it's just a little apprehensive at first primarily because of that, knowing that there are a lot of, it's like people say the get rich quick or the get fixed quick schemes, all those types of things. They're out there and they're in the diet industry. They're marketed as this is the easy fix. You don't have to change anything about your identity and who you are and actually deal with the real root problem, which is what I do. And I work with women on now in biblical body plan and just in transformation coaching. But I was at one point that person who bought everything and knew it wasn't the answer. So this was really exciting to me because of course I instantly heard the green light from the Lord. Like this is a support for your body. This is not the answer where it's like you're going to put a band-aid on an issue. Your body needs that support. And I really am so excited about that. I really am, because we do need extra support. There's nothing wrong with looking for really holistic, really healthy ways to support our body. One of the main reasons I wear this little patch right here every day, this X39 stem cell phototherapy patch activates my stem cells. I need it for total wholeness, health and healing in my body. And there's nothing wrong with needing some support. We live in this world where it's crazy, y'all, right? Like everybody can relate. The food, the stressors, the amount of weight we're to carry on our shoulders as women. We're juggling all the things. We're moms and we're, full-time, if you're a homeschool mom. So you're a full-time teacher. You're also, wife and all the things and trying to juggle that plus all the businesses. Like for you and me both, I know, Janine, we have multiple businesses and multiple streams of income because we also need support in our finances. So it's like a whole thing. Our life is not just compartmentalized into these little places. So anyways, I get really excited and passionate about making sure we talk about all the things, not just the one thing. There's not just one thing, but this is such an exciting way to support really our health and going into the holidays. What do you think about doing that? Like, whoa, we're going into the holidays and we're going to do this?
It's good because if you think about it, I mean, Thanksgiving is one meal, and they're not going to tell us we can't go eat that one meal. So I think this is great because they're going to make it versatile. So, because they know that this is the holidays. So it's not like you can't go out and enjoy yourself and be social But then, also making sure that you don't just, throw to the wind and be like, I'm just going to do whatever because it's holidays. So I'm really excited about that accountability
Yeah.
so that we aren't gaining that, what is it, 6 to 8 pounds or 6 to 12 pounds that most people gain over the holidays. I don't want to do that. I need to
Right.
go the opposite direction right now. So I'm
I
excited
think the
about that.
holidays is more permission for people sometimes to just throw caution to the wind, but it's really just jumping ship off of our healthy plan. But when we do that, it's because our identity is still not in, wrapped up in the right thing, right? Like, so we're still identifying as just people who are modifying our behavior and that we haven't fully, truly transformed our habits internally. So that's when the apprehensiveness I've noticed with women come in where we're like, I don't know if I can make it through the holidays. I'm like, what are you talking about? How do you make it through the other 10 months? Like, do you eat all of November and December? No. Well, I mean, we shouldn't. But there was a time in my life when December was the eating month. Let me just tell you that. The whole month was a holiday everything. So I love that. Accountability is so good. So I think this is the best time personally, too. And that's why I thought I would ask you your mindset because that shows a level of healing within yourself, too. Like you already know it's just one meal. Like it's not just this whole, because I work with women that really have struggled with their food stories. And so that's a big deal. And also, I was thinking about this too, Janine. I pay for a personal trainer. I go to the gym and pay for a personal trainer every month, quite a bit of money, near $400 a month. And then you got the nutritionist who she could customize and she could work with and all this stuff. And she's $400 a month. And it's like, okay, so that's just $800 a month. We're going to do this for 3 months and it's free. And all you need to do is to say, yes, I'm going to try the bioactive precision peptides to support my body and to really give my body that infusion of what it needs in the process as I'm learning how to establish these healthy habits. And I have lots of resources if you need those too to help you along the way. But you're going to get so much. I want you to just jump in, be a part of this with us because it's going to be so fun. And to save this kind of money is incredible to get this kind of coaching because y'all know coaching is not cheap. If you're out there in the self development space and you're always looking for new masterminds and you're always wanting to grow and better yourself, you're going to invest in yourself to do that with a coach or programs, masterminds, different things like that. It's very important. So, this is such a great opportunity. I want to give you an opportunity to just share anything else that you can think might be of value for anybody watching today that's thinking about joining, and then we'll just wrap it up with how you can.
The only thing I wanted to mention is, this is where my thoughts would first go is, just understanding a little bit about these peptides and just about how they work in the body. And it's kind of like if DNA is the lock, peptides are like the key. And the other thing that I remember when I felt the Lord nudging me into this, I was like, God, they haven't even released ingredients yet. I was like, you know how I am about ingredients. Like I'm kind of a stickler. And so I was hesitant at first, but he gave me that confirmation. So I just kind of moved forward in trust. And then when the ingredient list came out, I was really surprised how clean the ingredients are and how diligent they are about where they're sourcing them from and how they are sourcing them and how are they putting this together. And then understanding that, these peptides, because they're made from nature and because they are, the way they put them together and the way they extract them and all these different things really helps get them through the digestive system. And so if you're like me and you're like a clean eater and really careful about that stuff, I just wanted to kind of mention that because I know that's where my brain would first go is like, well, what about this or what
Yeah.
about that? Because I'm a little analytical sometimes. And so I thought that was just so exciting because how often do we like get into stuff like this and it's like, oh, but then there's that, And so with this, it has honestly been continually just getting better and better. And so I'm just really excited about these peptides and just what is coming.
That's really awesome. Yeah, I don't promote to anybody anything that I really can't fully 100% stand behind and that I'm convicted is the right thing for me to share. So I love that so much. So, if I'm sharing it, I believe in it. And I think that it's fabulous. Even if I don't know all the information about everything, sometimes God asks us to act in faith, right? A lot of times, most of the time, actually. It's not, I don't know that there's a time he doesn't. Let's just be honest. So just operating in faith staying in prayer and asking him for his wisdom, his guidance. But I know that I have a lot of clients that are watching that are going to be part of this, former clients that have gone through the biblical body plan with me, and then other women who have been just following me, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, that you're just thinking about, yes, I would like some support as well. This is definitely for you. So if this sounds like, yes, this is so exciting, I can be part of this for free, that's incredible. What you're going to have to do is you're going to just type in the word fit in the comments or in the chat, either one, wherever you're watching. Okay. Type the word fit. I'm going to reply to that comment with a link for you to go fill out a form. And that form is what's going to get you into the free Facebook group. So that's the process. You can't get into the Facebook group. You won't even know where it is or what it's called or how to get in there if you don't fill out that form. And then once you fill out that form, you're going to be asked a series of questions, just 3 questions to join that group. And you can't get in the group if you don't answer the questions. Okay. So don't miss out because you didn't follow the instructions. It's very simple. Type fit in the comments, fill out the form that I send you, go to the group to join the group, and then answer those 3 questions. And you're in like Flynn. That is it. And you'll get all the information and more. I'll tag you in some things once you're in that group so you can go find out what your next steps are. And of course, as always, you can just reach out to me personally as well. So via Facebook or wherever you are and you're watching this or on YouTube. And I'll be glad to answer any other questions for you. So this is exciting. I'm so glad that you came to share. And Janine, thank you. I know I just love you. I'm so thankful. I didn't do a good job introducing you at first because I was just so excited to get ready, get into what we were doing. And and figuring out streaming software today has been a little like mentally challenging. So I just wanted to thank you for taking the time because Janine, she is what do you call yourself? A world schooler? Like a homeschooler, but a homeschool mom, but world schooling. I love that so much. So you travel and you're busy, you're going all over. We all are, but there's a different level when you're on the road. So thanks for taking the time to be here. And listen, stay tuned. If you're trying to figure out what we're talking about with these, back to precision peptides, stay tuned because I'm going to be sharing more about what this is and how this can support your overall health and well-being, and maybe even have Janine back to really dive into some of that with us. But yeah, stay tuned. You're definitely going to want to hear more about all of this that's rolling out November the 1st, brand new, incredible opportunity for us. If you guys are excited about it as I am, just type fit in the chat and we'll see you here on the next one.